Well, hello everyone and welcome to Ageless in America. We're just delighted that you could join us once again with my guest, Lew Wilson. That's you. You're supposed to say something.
Oh, yes, it's Lew Wilson. Yes, we are really excited to be here. You know, it's our 8th episode.
Yeah, on March 28th.
On
That's
March
pretty
28th,
good.
yes, it is. And we got a lot of exciting things. And it's our update show. We've got a lot of great updates and a new guest. So,
And we're going to be talking with Hella Spellman from the Senior Center in Tallahassee in just a few minutes. But I know that you have a theme for every show. So what is it this
yes, I
time?
do. Well, you know, you ever have a whoops moment?
Whoops.
You know, whoops, I did this, and whoops, I did that. Well, you ever walk into a room and then wonder why you walked in there?
Uh-huh. Do you do that, Hella?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Every day when I go to work.
It
Why
actually
am I here?
doesn't matter what age you are when you do that. Well, anyway, I have a cure for that.
Okay.
So every time you walk into a room and you go, what am I doing in here? Why did I walk in here? Just say, you know what, I'm going to make it good stuff. I'm just going to pick something up and take it to another room.
Just pick up anything. Well, 9 times out of 10, if I go back to where I started, I can remember what I forgot to remember. So it
that-
it works
okay,
pretty good. You know,
okay,
I just
well,
go
good.
back to the beginning and then follow through. So
Okay, well then we'll have to apply that.
I'm sure everybody out there has some stories to tell on that, but what a treat for us to have Hella Spellman with us, and she is with the Tallahassee Senior Center. She's their program and services supervisor, which means, oh my gosh, you are over a ton of programs, Hella.
Yes, absolutely. We
And
have a
so
lot.
this is a very busy senior center. Give us an overview of, what happens.
Okay, well, when you all said whoops, and I said, yes, I have whoops moments, it's because every day when I walk into work, it's like, whoops, what's going on today? There
Yeah.
is so much going on every day at the Senior Center. We have everything from services to assist people, but most importantly, things to keep active adults busy, learning, engaged, socializing. So those things can run from lifelong learning classes to recreation to fitness to almost anything you want for everybody.
Yeah, I think that from what I could see, and I've been involved with the Senior Center for a number of years, it really does improve the quality of life for seniors, does it not?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
As more and more research is showing, staying engaged socially is one of the biggest predictors of your health. It's one of the most important things. And this is an opportunity, even if you're not a social person, this is an opportunity to come, engage in activities, maybe take an art class and find your creativity. It's amazing how many people suddenly become creative when they retire. Or just come mind your health. Take one of our numerous fitness classes or even recreational programs that can get you fit or having fun.
Yeah.
So.
Well, every day seems to be filled with so many activities. Give us a short view of the day in the life of the Senior Center.
Well, a day in the life is different every day, or it can be the same. It's up to you. One of the beauties is that we have a lot of programs. We're open from about 7 a.m. to 10 or 11 p.m., depending on when our evening programs might end during that day of the week. But you can come and just join a group of people and sit and chat, or engage in anything from come and have a fitness class, take your art class, take a language class, have lunch, then maybe go join in a pickleball game.
Pickleball, did you ever hear of
I heard pickleball. I know. We talked about it. I love pickleball. Or speak French.
Or speak French.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The
Yes.
language classes, the stamp clubs. I mean, it goes on and on.
Play games, bridge, cards.
And our
that stuff.
seniors, I
Yeah.
really think that our seniors today want to keep on learning.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't want to sit home and just watch TV and, rock back and forth. They want to get out there, be active, keep their mind and their body active.
Exactly, and that's, like I said, we offer opportunities to keep your mind, body active, social. And, we have programs and classes and things that you can come to every day of the week that are consistent, but we also offer new things all the time.
Well,
Well,
speaking of new things like special events, don't you have like an LX3 or something coming up?
L3X coming up. That is a week of just wonderful classes that the whole community gets together and helps us put on. Outdoor adventures, tours,
well,
lectures.
if you want to know any more, all you got to do is call the senior center, and they'll be more than happy to tell you what's going on. Well, we have a lot more to discuss during Ageless in America today, and we have a very special guest right after we take this break, and I think you'll enjoy listening to her, as we have with Hella. Hella, thanks so much for being our guest, and our best
you.
to Sheila and everybody over at the Senior Center.
Absolutely. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be back.
Do you have a loved one who needs help with cooking, light housekeeping, or simply companionship?
Or do you know a post-surgical patient or a new mom who needs a little help around the house?
Healing by Nature in-home care and senior services provides dependable and compassionate caregivers to allow you or your loved one to remain in the security of your own home. Call us today or visit our website for more information. Healing by Nature in-home care and senior services, where it's natural to heal at home.
Journey to a hidden kingdom, where the smaller you are, the bigger the adventure. Danger lurks in cracks, in shadows. Discover tiny heroes and an adventure of giant proportions. Tiny Giants.
Now playing at Challenger IMAX. Visit challengertlh.com or call 644-IMAX for showtimes.
Well, welcome back. We're so glad to have you with us again. And, you know, the Senior Center's just got so many activities, and
fun.
you need to check it out if you've never been there. But on another note, we have a new guest with us today, kind of a part of our update show. We've Ginny West with the Big Ben Hospice. Welcome.
Hey.
Hey, you know, we've seen their video that we've in a couple of shows, and she's got some new things she's going to share with us today. So welcome, and I guess you kind of like to get right into the Peace Plan. What's the Peace Plan, Ginny?
Absolutely. It is a new program that we are doing at Big Ben Hospice, and PEACE stands for Planning Early About Care at the End. And it's an opportunity to think about the type of care you would want at the end of life if you are unable to communicate it at the time that you needed that care. So what we try to do is encourage people to start having these conversations that can be kind of difficult about health care that you may want if you're seriously ill, but you still got some time left dealing with the medical system.
Wow. Well, there's gifts that you give. Share with us.
Absolutely. Lou, having these conversations as a parent with children, having these conversations with your children, which they typically don't want to have, about death and dying, can be difficult, but they're really necessary because they would be the ones that would have to be answering sometimes very serious questions, and sometimes they're having to answer them very quickly, sometimes in the hallway of a hospital or in an emergency room. So having conversations before that time or that event ever happens about things like ventilators and feeding tubes and possibly living a life that has very little quality left to it. Letting people know if you would want that or would not want that are important gifts that you can give because they're going to have to make those decisions.
Wow. Big Ben Hospice has, gosh, such compassion for families who come to Big Ben Hospice. But is it difficult sometimes for families to pick up the phone and call you? I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It can be a scary thing.
Yeah.
If people have never had a hospice experience, the word hospice means many things to many people.
Right.
And some people think, in some cases, that it means death is going to occur very quickly. And usually what people tell us is they waited too long to call us.
Wow. Because, well, you give people hope, though, in many ways.
Absolutely. There is still many times a lot of life to be lived before death occurs, and we can help facilitate that. We provide medications and equipment and people help that can still facilitate life that is still left to be lived.
Wow.
Yeah. Jenny and I have been friends for a very, very long time, and of course I'm thrilled and delighted to do what I do for a living, but how do you feel about what you do, Jenny, in helping families? It's got to be so satisfying for you.
It's a wonderful, I'm a nurse, so it's an opportunity to make a difference in people's lives when there aren't a whole lot of options left. So we take what could be a bad time, and it certainly leaves sad memories, but we try to make that event as good as possible and make it so that those memories can be healing memories. And even many times, even death can be looked back on and be seen as an event that has no regrets. They did everything the way they wanted to do, which is really what the Peace program is about.
Wow, what an interesting conversation. Jenny, thank you so much for being our
Thank you for
guest
having me.
on
Thank you.
Ageless in America. Okay, and a little bit more ahead, so stay with us because we'll be back.
Some very cool local firms want to make your golden years the best years of your life. There are benefits to being over 50, and there's one convenient place where you can find them: localseniordiscounts.com. Imagine discounts for more than 25 area restaurants, retail and shopping, health, medicine, household services. For details on these special offers, visit localseniordiscounts.com. You'll be glad you did.
When it comes to an award-winning Sunday brunch buffet, Andrew's Capital Grill and Bar is the only name in town. Eggs Benedict, made-to-order omelets, a carving station with roasted turkey and Angus roast beef, and side selections that can only be made better with one of our mimosas or Bloody Marys. Happy hour is all weekend and includes ice-cold draft beer and a great selection of craft beers and 2-for-1 margaritas. So be sure to start your week off right at Andrew's Capital Grill and Bar, the heart of downtown.
We were born to create. We live to awaken the senses and enlighten the mind. We delight the spirit and soar with the angels. We have an exceeding desire to be, to do, to expand. Embrace your opportunity. Tell your story. Impact Visual Media. Don't be content with your content. Love it.
Well, welcome back. Anna, the Big Bend Hospice just provides so much help and support for families in our area.
They are amazing, I tell you. They do a wonderful job for all the families in our area who need that help. But now we're going to go to, this is a fun part of the show because it's our time for our Digital Minute with Chucha Barber and her son Ryan.
But first,
Oh, that's
opening night's interview with Chris Hecox. And then stick around a little bit later on. We've got another special guest that's going to show up.
Well, I've always been such a big fan of opening nights at Florida State University, and it seems like they covered the gamut this past year. Chris Hecox joins us once again, and he is the director of opening nights. And wow, you talk about a powerhouse of bluegrass coming on. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. On Monday, the 6th of April, we have two of the best bluegrass bands that are out there right now. We have the Steep Canyon Rangers, which are known as Steve Martin's backup band. But we had them here in May a couple years ago. But we're bringing them on their own, and they hold their own. They're Grammy Award winners, and they're really, truly amazing band out of North Carolina. And then we bring the all-female band Della Mae. And Della Mae is a Grammy-nominated ensemble as well. And so we basically have two of the best and brightest bluegrass bands in the country on one bill, one stage, one night only.
Wow, one night only. And so, you know, take advantage of these incredible performers who come here just to please our community and to work with our students. They are just amazing. So if you want to know more, just go to 644-6500. That is the telephone number to call for tickets, and they'll be happy to tell you what you need to do to get a seat at Ruby Diamond Auditorium. Chris, thanks for being our guest.
Thank you.
Sounds like a great show. We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Chucha Barber with Impact Visual Media. This is my son Ryan Barber, and we are here for another Digital Minute. Ryan, I appreciate that you've encouraged me to get more comfortable with technology, and recently you've convinced me that nobody buys CDs, and so I've transferred my personal CD library to my iPod. But I want to know how to get certain artists that I don't already own onto that device. How do I do that?
Sure. Well, there are many ways in which you can download and purchase music legally online. You can visit several sites to do so, but it's probable that if you have a portable music player or device, you likely have an iPod. And because of that, you have probably downloaded iTunes
I know I did.
as your music library source, whether you have Windows as your operating system or a Mac like we have today. So I've opened up iTunes on our Mac here, and I'm actually, if you notice at the very top, I'm in the iTunes store. Now it's probable that when you open yours, it'll be defaulted to your playlist. But if you click iTunes Store at the top, you'll be taken to the iTunes Store. From here, you can purchase all sorts of media content to upload to your iPod, whether it's music or movies or more. So we're interested in music. What I would do is simply at the top of the page in my search bar, I would type in the artist that you might be looking for. Anyone in particular?
Diana Krall.
Diana Krall. Well, if you type in Diana, she appears at the top of the list, so I'll click on her. It will probably populate her most recent songs and work. From here, you can simply select them, make your purchase. They'll automatically upload to your iTunes library. You simply then connect your device to iTunes, and your new music will be stored, and you can listen to it.
So I can do that and get familiar with her new album just in time for the concert.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I like that. And we're going to be back for another Digital Minute. It might not be about music, but it'll be about something that I clearly don't fully understand. Thanks, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Kylie Parham, and welcome to this week's segment of Local Treasures. Today I'm in beautiful Cascades Park right here in downtown Tallahassee. Let's take a look around. Cascades Park is the newest addition to our community with the goal of uniting all the arts, history, and entertainment that our city has to offer. If you're a native or have spent a good amount of time in the area, I'm sure you remember Centennial Field, the former meeting place for minor league baseball and football teams, such as the Tallahassee Rebels. Many locals claim that these are sacred grounds from the historical significance of the games that have been played here over the years. Today, Cascades Park offers many activities for families, such as beautiful trails, interactive fountains, memorials, historical monuments, a children's play area, and not to mention a cutting-edge amphitheater that hosts entertainment throughout the year. Cascades Park is a great place to bring kids and grandkids for a relaxing and fun day outdoors. If you haven't been, I encourage you to take a look at everything Cascades Park has to offer. I'm Kylie Parham, and we'll see you next time on Local Treasures.
The Area Agency on Aging for North Florida is an aging and disability resource center for the Panhandle and Big Bend regions. We can help you apply for Medicaid, long-term care, and we offer a network of community partners for senior health and wellness. Services include elder abuse prevention and awareness, Medicare and long-term care counseling, as well as our Elder Helpline, connecting elders and persons with disabilities and caregivers to community resources. Call us today.
Some very cool local firms want to make your golden years the best years of your life. There are benefits to being over 50, and there's one convenient place where you can find them: localseniordiscounts.com. Imagine discounts for more than 25 area restaurants, retail and shopping, health, medicine, household services. For details on these special offers, visit localseniordiscounts.com. You'll be glad you did.
We were born to create. We live to awaken the senses and enlighten the mind. We delight the spirit and soar with the angels. We have an exceeding desire to be, to do, to expand. Embrace your opportunity. Tell your story. Impact Visual Media. Don't be content with your content. Love it.
Well, welcome back. I tell you, we've got a lot of great guests on the show. We got another one coming up for you. That's why we call it the Update Show. And recently we saw a video of the Tallahassee Museum where you and we had just a ball out there.
Didn't want it to end. Did not want it to end. We had so much fun.
We could have stayed with the otters forever. And while we talk, we're going to be talking with Russell Dawes here. Welcome at the Tallahassee Museum. And it's not the night at the museum because everything at this museum comes alive during the day, does it not?
That's correct. That is definitely correct. Sometimes at night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's really one of the top museums in the state of Florida.
You're
It's
right,
been ranked
Anna.
right there at the top.
This year we ranked number 7 in the largest museums in the state of Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're also nationally accredited. We're only one of 700 nationally accredited museums in the country. So Tallahassee has a lot to be proud of.
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not either. You know, we walk the trails and we watch the kids go down the zip lines, and we saw the otters and all the different animals. I mean, I was enthralled. It had been, I'm sorry to say this, several years since I've been since I've been to the museum, but I was so impressed, Russell.
Well, thank you so much, Anna. It's an exciting time for the museum. Obviously, people know about the zip lines and the dinosaurs, and those have really given us the opportunity to invest more money into the museum itself and make improvements, new programming. I've got a great staff. And really, we couldn't be what we are if it weren't for the support from our community, people like you and people that send us $1 a year and people that send us thousands of dollars. It really makes our dreams come true.
Well, this community is so proud of the Tallahassee Museum. You've been around a long time. Huh?
Yeah, we won't talk about that. I'm ageless in America.
Well, and on another note, I mean, besides the things that we've already seen, you've got a lot of other exhibits that you have that come to life out there.
I mean, we're fortunate every visit's going to be different because our grounds are so beautiful, but we have temporary exhibits. Like right now, we have a group of animals. It's very different for us than our guest animal. It's a group of animals from Central and South America that live in the Neotropics, both in the canopies of the trees and on the ground. So it's a multitude of species. Probably the star of the exhibit is a two-toed sloth. That you don't get to see sloths very often, and I'll tell you, they don't move very fast, but people have just loved it. It's got tortoises, it's got parrots, it's got these little things called agoutis that look like rabbits.
That's amazing.
Swans, and they're all living together happy, and it gives people a real chance to see what an ecosystem is about.
But where are they? I mean, sometimes all these little animals are in the trees and you have to just stand there and kind of go, look for them.
And that's the beauty of our exhibits. Our display, the guest animal display, makes it very visible. There are times the sloth is not as visible as we'd like him to be, but they're very easy to see. So we have that going on until the end of March. And then we just opened a show that's very exciting called Sketch Crawling at the Museum. 20 of our local artists came out and spent a day at the museum finding the vistas that they loved and sketched it. And we have that show on display. Yeah, and some of the work is just outstanding. And it's so nice to see great artwork when it's your own institution.
Sure. Oh man! And
So
you've got
there's
don't you have a jazz and blues festival?
Yeah,
coming
April 25th and 26th is our annual Tallahassee Jazz and Blues Festival. Starts on Saturday at 11, runs till 5, and then starts on Sunday from 11 to 5. We have a great lineup of both blues as well as jazz. They're regional artists, they're noted artists. A lot of times you don't get to see these artists because they're on the road all the time.
Yeah.
It's one of our biggest events, and we start off with a breakfast on Saturday morning called the Pioneer Breakfast.
This all happens at the Tallahassee
Museum.
Museum. I mean, what a great event. It would be so much fun. And if you get an opportunity to go out, please go out and visit the Tallahassee Museum. It's fun for people of all ages.
It really is.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Russell,
Thank
for
you,
being
Angie.
our guest.
Stick with us now. Stick with us. We've got, we've got a lot of things happening this weekend. I know that all of you faithful viewers out there are getting ready to go visit Springtime Tallahassee today.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're in the middle of the parade probably, but you can go downtown and enjoy all the festivities with Festival in the Park. Every year I try to buy something special, one special thing at the festival, and it works.
It's
works for me.
It's the 20th anniversary of the downtown marketplace, so you got to get down there and shop. And then we've got the quip of the week.
Before I do that,
Okay.
I want to remind, because we got about a minute, I want to remind everybody, and I know you know about this, Russell, about the Senior Day at the Capitol. And that all takes place on April 15th. And it's going to be one of the biggest events ever at the Capitol. And it's for seniors and senior issues. So I hope to see you all there. Please be sure to mark it on your calendar. And you got an elder update?
Yes, we have a special magazine that you need to subscribe to. It's called the Elder Update. It's a statewide magazine, and you'll get more information coming up here, but it is a fantastic magazine on all sorts of issues. So this is our new article of the week, the Elder Update newsletter. And then we're going to finalize this. When I was a child, I thought nap time was punishment. But now it's a mini vacation.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, we'll see you next Saturday, same time, same place, 11:30 WCTV. Thank you, Russell.
Thank you,
So
Anna.
long, everybody.
Stay active.
Stay healthy.
I got to get out there and see the sloths.
Sloths. What is a sloth?
It's a South American animal. It's got 2 claws. They live primarily in the trees. They're so slow, algae grows in their fur. And they only come down, I shouldn't be able to say this, but they defecate once every 2 weeks.
That'll be good for the end of the show.
Brought to you by the Area Agency on Aging for North Florida.